Hi, Miss Morfingers. It's nice to see you again. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So I know our last meeting, we kind of just did a basic assessment, and you kind of talked to me a little bit about your history and what brought you in for the day. So I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you today, maybe some future goals that we can strive towards and work on together. So I just kind of wanted to hit on some of the things that we talked about last time, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Okay, so last time we talked about some of your major goals, some of your major issues that we discussed were substance abuse. And I wanted to discuss a short-term goal with you. I know you had mentioned maybe visiting some type of rehab facility that would maybe help you, get clean for a while. And so I definitely have that written down. Another thing we talked about was a few years back you had been diagnosed with major depressive disorder and anxiety, and you had mentioned that you didn't take medication and you did not see a therapist during that time. So I kind of kept that in mind whenever I was writing all this down. And just to let you know, I meant to tell you this at the beginning, I do have my laptop here because I have your assessment pulled up from the first time we met. So the first thing I wanted to discuss with you was the first goal was possibly attending an NA meeting. Have you ever attended one before?
No.
Okay, so NA is Narcotics Anonymous, and I really think this would be a good step in you talking to people who are experiencing the same thing you are. There's a very good chance people your age will also be here as well. So how would you feel about maybe trying this out?
That'd be fun.
Okay, so the first goal I have or the first step that I have for you maybe in taking this next step would be to attend a few meetings regular, just to see how you like it, see how it makes you feel. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to find some NA meetings within close distance from your home and your college campus.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit more about where you live at with your parents, but you said you go to Eastern Kentucky University, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll definitely find some meetings close to that area. Do you have any questions about the Narcotics Anonymous or any worries or anything? Okay, so the second goal I wanted to discuss with you, I know we hit a little bit on your major depressive disorder. Have you ever considered seeing a psychiatrist or a therapist?
Not really.
Not really. Would that maybe be something you'd be open to trying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to push you into that or make you feel like, that's something you have to do. However, I definitely think that would be good for you and helping you, deal with that. So for a step I have for you maybe would to just consider maybe to think about it for a while, and maybe think about, we talked a lot about your some stuff that happened in your childhood that you had mentioned that had really, you think affected you. So maybe you could think about what you would talk about with him or her, whoever,
Right.
you end up talking to, and maybe just really think about what you would discuss with her. And so what I'm going to do for you is find you an affordable psychiatrist, and we can discuss the details later, whether you would like this psychiatrist to be in Richmond or here in Louisville with your parents. How do you feel about all of that?
I was just, could it be through, the ones that we have on campus and stuff like that? Would, that be acceptable or no?
On campus, yes, it really just, we do, EKU, all college campuses offer that counseling service. If you would want to try that out first and see how you'd like that, I think
Right.
that would work.
Okay.
My only fear with that is that they limit you to so many meetings. So if this is something that was really helping you, I just don't want them to eventually cut you off and you're, really benefiting from talking to someone. But I will definitely write that down to make sure that we can look into that. Do you have any questions about that? Or the last goal that I wanted to discuss with you You had mentioned that your substance abuse had really put a strain on some relationships in your life, and you had talked about you and your birth mother did not have a good relationship at all. Was this relationship something that you were wanting to seek to work on, or?
Not with her.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to ask to make sure. I know you talked about some of your friends. You could tell that there was a strain on that relationship. So for your last goal that I really just wanted to hit on today, I have, working on some strained relationships. And in our first session, we talked about some of the hobbies. You said you like to draw, you like to do outdoor activities, which I think that would be a really good thing for you to be able to share that with some of the friends that, that you have that strained relationship with. And I think you all could really connect through some of the activities you like to do. Do you think some of your friends would be up to trying some of those activities?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. And do you think maybe that would be able to help you all fix some problems in your all's relationships? Okay. Just wanted to make sure and see how you felt about that. So what I'm going to do with that, I think this last goal is a really, you take action towards that. That is something, yes, I can keep you accountable and see how that progress is going, but I think you have to be the one who, really works on those relationships.
I understand.
Yeah. So I'm going to look here at your assessment one more time, just to make sure. So I'm just going to kind of summarize everything a little bit more. And so I'd say maybe you and I could meet back here in about 2 weeks just to see how everything's going. So I have the information for the first NA meeting early next week if you would want to maybe attend one early next week. And then I already do have information about a few psychiatrists that maybe I didn't know if you prefer male or female, but yeah. So we can look at that, and then just really working on those relationships in your life. Did you have any more questions for me today? Okay, thank you. It's great seeing you.